It's the Midlife Game-ist here again, and happy Pancake Day. And what's the most tenuous link I could possibly do gaming wise? I thought something sweet and sugary, syrupy. Astro rescue mission. It's one of the top-rated games really on the PSVR. Even got quite a lot of good press on the internet from a lot of magazines and internet magazines that normally never really review sort of VR games at all, but Astrobot grabbed the attention, and yeah, and rightly so as well. It's got to be one of the best games that came out on the PSVR. I mean, graphically it's stunning. Gameplay is fantastic. I think if it had been a certain Italian plumber, shall we say, on another console, we wouldn't have heard the end of it at all. But yeah, I mean, it's a great game. I'm hoping that there's going to be some downloadable levels and bits and pieces. I've obviously done quite a lot of it, as you can see. I've pretty much 100%ed it now. So yeah, there's only a few secrets which I'm not going to show you. I'm going to try not to show you guys, anybody that's not played it, to give too much away. But what I'll do is I'll play a few random levels so you can see the game if you haven't sort of made your mind up on buying it. If you think of a Mario game, but within yourself within the game, I think is the best way of describing it. So let's pick a level. So do the second one, and it's pretty interactive. Astro is your little robot. He's lost his friends, and basically we're going to go and find them. There are collectibles. There's things like large coins, as well as larger coins. There's sort of hidden geckos, and the idea is to collect his friends really. But as you can see, really, if you look around, it's really detailed, and you are a floating robot. You can see my body there, and you are basically controlling with a replica of the PlayStation controller. So you've got complete control. Hello, Andy. Sorry. Yeah. So basically, case of going around, a bit like Mario, collecting items, and I'm probably just going to fly through them so I don't give too much away for those that are still playing it. It came out, I think, it was about October last year, so it seems like it's been around for ages, because the original one, many people will remember, there was a sort of demo level that was available on the Playroom disc or download that many of the consoles came with, and I think, you know, everybody that, yeah, it is an amazing game. It's got if it isn't the best game out there on the system, Andy, then I don't know what is. I know a lot of people like myself do like things like Firewall, and there's if you like your horror games, obviously Resident Evil 7 is a good game to play, if you can sit through it, that is. And yeah, and there's many others like Gran Turismo, which I think, you know, looks amazing, but the actual game content of it is a bit lacking. And you know, I'm hoping that with the updates, I understand there's an update on GT again today. I'm useless, aren't I? They're right, you know, unless you're a woman, you cannot multitask. This is proving it, I think. Not doing much for the male population of the world. I apologise, fellas, for letting us down here. You can hover if you hold down the X button when you jump. And what I didn't realise, first time I played through it, I'm not telling you, but the first time I played through it, that you can actually destroy with the thrust of your little robot there, when you little Astro, when he's jumping, the jet's coming off his thruster. Doesn't matter what height. Basically, you can destroy anything that was underneath you. So I was spending all my time trying to carefully dodge them and not get spiked. And yeah, all you had to do really was avoid them and thrust over them, which did save a couple of deaths that I probably wouldn't have died on. But like, you'll see on this one, I don't know if I'll take them all out, but it's the depth of everything. You know, with the Mario games, they are involved. You do sort of find your way around the levels, but obviously, go a bit of a secret there. But with this, you know, you're actually looking around. There are times where you'll find that I will be leaning in to certain areas so that I can see them. The only thing is you can't, once you go a certain way forward, you can't actually go back. You can look back, so I can actually sort of follow him around, but the actual eye won't move back at all. So whether they've done that because it will break the game, because obviously if you miss any secrets, then rather than get you to replay the level, you then end up obviously just keep backtracking on the level until you'd finished. So you know, I think it would break the game. And you know, physically you do get a little bit involved yourself as well, just like in the playroom demo. Oh, this is the bit. Can he do it? So you've got the little catapult. Wow! Too short. But yeah, the idea is obviously to collect all the characters. You can see I've played this before, but I tried hopefully not to give too much away. None of the secrets or anything, or too many of the secrets. So that's that level. Everybody raves about the underwater level actually, so I might. That was it. So graphically it is absolutely stunning. The gameplay is spot on. The character reacts exactly how you'd expect him to. He jumps when you want him to, and a lot of the times if you do make errors, it's usually your own fault. Like that. So, yeah, you do get involved. pretty cool, isn't it? As I say, it came out October last year. I think it's still $17.99. I think you can get it for on some of the internet, and I think is it $24.99 in the store, on the PlayStation store. But it's just how cute the characters are. I'm sure Sony are hoping that, you know, merchandise-wise, have they had anything since Sonic the Hedgehog? Really? I know they've tried Jak and Daxter, various other characters, but none of them have really, you know, done what they want to do, which is find an alternative to Sonic or Mario. I mean, you can imagine a Sonic game pretty much like this, but whether you would be able to, you know, cope with the speed, I expect, you know, running around on the levels with a Sonic the Hedgehog spinning around, you know, if you even if you sort of even if you know, you are a hardened VR player, I suspect that you're probably going to get bored. So yeah, if you are a hardened sort of VR player, I think spinning around the level and come on. I don't actually need the secrets, so I'm just going to miss that out and cheat. Get to the end. I can hear you all now. It's alright, I know. I can't believe it. It's even the water, you know, it's the detail. Oh, I've killed him. I'm sorry, Astro. Yeah, the detail of the water. Electrocute yourself twice. That's be a mate that was on the tightrope there. And you. you do find yourself ducking about, moving about. And it doesn't get boring. It doesn't get boring playing the levels over. Yeah, I've played them a few times now. And you'll quite happily keep playing them, trying to get all the rings, trying to find all the hidden areas. Get in! I wish you could see me doing the fist pump there. Well, I've just seen Nemo. So that was the water level. And you collect all the coins you collect goes towards also in the playroom. If you remember, there was a room where all your collection you could go in and basically spend your credits. And buy different bits of scenery, different characters from the games, and they're all animated. I'll show you in the room. And there's a little grab machine that you go in. You get the old capsules. If you remember Shemu, and everybody basically went mad for collecting the old capsules of Virtua Fighter. This is taking a long time to load. Don't tell me it's going to crash. I don't know. I've just forgotten what I'm doing. Yeah, so this is my little room. You can see all the characters in here. That's all the guys that I've collected. This is all the various items that you can collect in them. Oh, what have we got? So you exchange basically. I think we've lost everything that I own. So it's obviously it's reset. So yeah, you basically come back in and you use the actual touchpad. Move across, move back, then drop down, collect it. And each time you open it, you get another bit of scenery. So I wonder if I've done an update. But yeah, basically I won't show you too much, but you'll basically fill this room with different characters, different scenery, and completely change the outlook of your room. So this is going to be... There you go. Yeah, so you can see I've opened up various bits and pieces. It's got all different scenery, and as you go around, play the game, you'll basically fill the area up and spend the points that you earn. But yeah, I'm not gonna ruin it for you. But the areas are interactive as well, so you'll find different ways to interact with the scenery. I'm talking like I've never played this before, aren't I? I've obviously played it far too much. each level. It's got different scenarios, different scenery, and you basically fill it up with your little characters. So we'll pick another level. What's a good one? Let's go. The game does get more difficult the more you play it. And the further you get into it, really. The level towards the end of the game, you're actually almost multitasking in some of the things that you have to do, and like flying the nunchucks, trying to jump on them, but rather than give you an unlimited amount of nunchucks to fire at scenery and jump all over them, they only give you a set number, so that they disappear once you start firing a few more. And then before you know it, you're falling off the scenery and that's your game over. Right there, little fella. To me, some of the enemies look a bit Mario-esque. I know that's probably libel there. Court case coming up. To die one. Or twice. Maybe 3 times. You alright? You look a bit upset. Is it something I've done? Yeah, I'm going that way. Things like this are incredible, and I know, kids of a certain age are not supposed to be playing this game, and probably even said. But it just adds another dimension to be, actually have. Oh, goodbye. I sacrificed them. I'm so sorry. Yeah, it just adds another dimension to be playing actually in the game yourself. It takes platforming off in a completely different new direction. Will you ever be able to play an all flat screen platformer again? I don't know. I find it very difficult to go back to flat screen. I said in a previous video that since VR came out, and I didn't take it up, and obviously the cost of it is, I'm sure everybody is pretty much the same boat, and they think, oh guys, quite expensive to invest in a headset. It's one of the things that's been holding back the Oculus Rift, and I think everybody, even myself included, is waiting to see what Oculus Quest brings along, how good the games are. Obviously, I mean, there's a lot of the first generation of the games for the Oculus Quest are actually sort of remakes. Thank you very much. If you could open that for me, I'd appreciate it. It's very kind. yeah, there's supposed to be 50 games at launch for this Quest, and you know, if there's anything that's as good as this, then you know I'm sure for the price point there's going to be quite a few takers, and everyone is sort of hoping that something like the Quest is going to be the system that finally launches VR into the mainstream, because I don't think people are still a little bit afraid to invest in it. That Sony, you know, have done a fantastic job, I think, with supporting the PSVR, and you think there's over 300 games or experiences on the PlayStation Store that's available for something that's been out just over 2 years, really. That is great support, and you know it does need backing. Obviously, it can't survive on just, you know, good reviews and a small base of people supporting it. So games like this are really important to the system, because this will not going to let me get it. So you know, people are going to probably buy this for their kids because they feel it's something that's safe. It's not something where you ever feel sick, although I have had family sort of have a go on it, and the fact that, you know, if you look down, if you're a bit afraid of heights and things like that, it's a bit daunting. But yeah, I think it's certainly it's on my favourites list, along with a few others, which I'll get round to playing at some point. So I'm going to do one more level, I think, and then that'll be it. So let's see. What should we do? It's difficult because you want to show people the game, but at the same time you don't want to ruin it too much. And so far, you know, I haven't done any of the levels that really show you how you utilise the controller. There's contraptions which you're about to find out that you can fire out of the controller to help Astro get through levels, and it changes the gameplay up a little bit as well. So this basically squirts water, and you see it interacts with the level, but you can also, you know, muck about with enemies on it, hold them up a little bit. Things like that, you know, whereas he would have been kicking that at you, now he's got no chance. Wish I had that in the other level, really. There you go. Oh, I've killed him again. I am so sorry. Where is it? Yep. See ya. I apologise, Astro. Good thing is you keep going back for more. So I'm sure he trusts me. There you go. Oh, there's no need for that, was there? Yeah, so obviously with this one you've got the water interacts differently with the scenery. It changes the level. And it's things like this, you know, look around it, and the levels seem vast. Oh, made a bit of an error there. You can tell when I'm concentrating because I go quiet. There's probably quite a few people that said, oh, I wish you'd concentrate a bit more. Certain areas of my life, but there. What am I missing out here? I missed something. Yeah, you know when it's something really simple, you're sort of thinking to yourself, am I missing something here? It's things like this where you know, so you're within the game. It just adds a complete dimension. What you can do in a game. There we go, Battle Royale. I don't know what they've got against Astro, but you know, it's quite a peaceful character that they've. Maybe he's one of those neighbours that you think, oh, he's quiet. And then he's wrecking the neighbourhood while you're sitting there trying to watch the old footy. There was no need, eh? This is the bit where you are a bit of multitasking, because you still got to control Astro while you're or you know. kill the poor fella. Maybe I should have just done that rather than jumping around the scenery. I should have just put him in the corner and avoid it. Jump off the edge. See? No. Oh, he's gone. No need, because you're going to jump off that. Sorry, Astro. Oh, it's come. Now you come back. As I say, it does get harder the further into the game you get. And what looks like a bit of a cutesy platformer, you think, oh, I'll fly through that. You end up making silly errors, a bit like that. Where sometimes it's the depth that you're into the screen, the depth of vision can trick you a little bit. Okay, I'm going to do it. We are alright. Well, at least I got to the next checkpoint. Going to do that. Oh no! Error. Human error. Here we go. This is the one. If I've done, I was going to say, if I do that in the first go, I'll be amazed with myself. Oh, I can't even do that one now. Oh boy. How many times can you make the same mistake? That's probably what my missus says actually. Oh, so close. So close. Come on. Oh. Overconfident. It's not a level that you can sort of sit. Oh. I'm disappointed in myself. It's not the level that you might witness a mental breakdown on a live cast. It's not the sort of level that you can actually sit and sort of take the time over. Those clouds disappear. Come on, yes! Those clouds disappear pretty quickly. You don't get time to think about it, so you've got to get your position just right. Well, there you go. I've just given away one little secret there that I'd obviously forgotten about myself. And that's it. Finish on a high or a medium, average. And that bit is amazing. It's, like I say, for me, if it's not the best game out on the system, it's pretty close to being the best game out on the system. And anybody that's not, well, I'm pleased I've played it now. I've got one of the ones that I've been missing. If you've sort of been on the fence and sort of thinking that's a bit too cute, you know, I'm not sure if I want to play that, but you will find yourself addicted to it, just going back and collecting, trying to get through the levels a different way, and trying to almost do speed runs. There is another level that, you know, special levels where you can actually do sort of bouncing. I'm pointing and moving my hands about, bouncing across the level to try and see how far you can get into the level, almost doing speedrun. So, yep, that is Astro Bot Rescue Mission. Look out for it. You know, I think it's another game that it's a must-have, really. Thanks very much for watching. If you've enjoyed the stream, please give me a like. It helps, you know, just to keep me sort of morale up, really, and know that at least a few people are enjoying what I'm doing, and I'm hoping that it will, you know, get a few more people into the system, and it, you know, it can only mean that more developers will produce games like this. Thanks very much for watching, guys. I'll catch you all again soon. Cheers. Bye bye.